This is Devious Dave Rose, and thank you for tuning in for Random Stream Hangout number 10. Just thought I'd go stream today. Took care of quite a lot of things today. A lot of weight was alleviated off my back, and we'll go into that. But shout out, well, as we always do, let's show our gratitude and appreciation for all those that have chosen to spend their time with us here today in the chat. And so far, the only person who's willing to show themselves is Festlove. But we have 9 viewers, so I'm guessing there's a lot of trolls out there right now that don't have much to do. You know, it's, I guess, a sad Blue Monday for them. But hey, unfortunately nowadays I can't see your seething rage from the dislikes. I still haven't figured out how to do that in the studio. Apparently it's in there. You should be able to monitor your analytics, but everywhere I look, it's not there. So I would very much love to see how much you're raging, because that was always the pleasure for me with the downvotes, was that while we would watch the stream, we would watch as those numbers would increase, and you'd see different accounts try to come in, or at least different accounts attempt to vote, in polls or to downvote, and then literally the next day it gets cut into like a third of that number. But yeah, I took pleasure with that. Excuse me. And I know that many of you seethed and raged because it gave me great pleasure, and that the only power that you got in your life was giving downvote. But it proved ineffectual and impotent, just like you. So, now we have a few more people coming in, and we can see that with the viewers. So, a lot of trolls watching, but now we've got some actual real people with valuable input. We have, it's Bullsy, who did stream earlier today and discussed SC Greasy Illegal, and a few other important things. A little dated though, Bullsy. Just to be honest, I did cover that days ago, but that's fine. It's the Costanza, Inspector Todd, and Bam 6956, J Diz. And apparently J Diz says, "What's up, all? Evening, Dave. Caught up, but just getting home. Gonna catch this one later." Yeah, he always comes in and be like, "Yeah, I know you're live, but I got other things to do. I'll watch it later." Well, at least you have something to watch later. Speaking of watching later, I'm looking forward to a little No Hard Feelings tonight. I believe the boys will be discussing some interesting things. But they've not told me nothing like that. I just observe the week as it goes by, and then consider the possibilities that could occur on No Hard Feelings. And I believe that's going on tonight. Last I heard it was. We used to get, I wouldn't say treated. I mean, this is initially how it was. No Hard Feelings was on a Sunday. But then it moved to Monday. And it's like, okay, it's still a great show, so we're still going to tune in and stuff. But personally, I love the idea of having, just day-to-day shows. Like, okay, so Thursday night, you've got Dirty Rotten Podcast. Friday night is Friday Night Fire. Saturday is Insomniac. Sunday is No Hard Feelings. But we do have Drew. I mean, it's not as boisterous as us, but we do have Drew doing a Sunday night show, and that goes for a long time too, which is great as well. And it'd be nice to have the that completed. But hey, it is what it is. I'm perfectly fine. And there's been weeks that we haven't even heard, No Hard Feelings and stuff, because the guys just couldn't get it together. And that's fine, Just sometimes schedules don't work out. Things happen at the last minute. But that's the reason why people clamor to hear Nicky Nines talk, is that he doesn't do it very often, but when he does, it's something you want to listen to. So, same thing. Let me go back to the chat here. We got Steve Callan, and we've got Tribunal King. So, riddle me this, people. I woke up early today. I had to go out, do things like just a flurry of activity. But I I saw that Tony went live, and I got told by people, oh, there's, these people saying this, blah, 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 in the chat. But, okay, I don't have time right now. I'll watch it later. Came back and, went to his channel. The video is gone. So does anyone know what happened there? Did something occur with, like, the stream? Did he just did something bad happen? Like, did he remove it? So I'm curious about that because it just seems very odd for Tony to do that. We've seen that he obviously will not allow for his chat to be replayed, and for right reasons, at least for him, because all the screenshots that I have and many others have basically prove that there's a little bit of activity going on in your chat that you obviously don't want to be seen. So, but hey, I got screenshots. Many other people do as well. So, the birdies, the sparrows, the minnows, the crows, they all see it. There are familiars. And then they come to us and disseminate that information, and then we share it amongst ourselves. And then we confirm, yes, that's exactly correct. So it's not like anything's going to get past us. Let me go back to the chat here. Inspector Todd says, Tony had internet problems, lots of buffering. He got frustrated and ended early. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to speculate on it. Just for the fact that the other day, he claimed that because my internet connection disconnected, or I should say, let me be better at saying this, because my stream ended, not because I ended my stream, but because my stream ended, I was pissed off that I wasn't getting donations, and I just rage quit. Meanwhile, we had a fucking massive windstorm, and it blew out the fucking power for over 3 hours. And then I went to go back live and discuss, other things. And my internet fucking went out in the middle of talking about a certain individual. That's not Tony. And I had to wait like a half hour or something like that, 45 minutes for it to come back on. And as soon as it did, I went right back to talking what I was talking about. Give me a second. All right. So, I do find it comical that he would do that. And I've experienced internet problems in the past. But hey, sometimes you've just got to keep at it and try to get it working. Feslov says, I heard that. I didn't think weed made a person mad. Well, I mean, it depends. I'm still thinking that maybe he's getting his shit cut with something a little harsher, fentanyl, angel dust, coke. Could be a ton of different things. But, yeah, it's funny because he claims not to be mad and then, tries to push it onto other people with his projection, and it really just ends up exposing him. Now, give me a second. I just got a message in Skype. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can reveal some of this. Apparently at the end of the show, he showed a 600-pound woman wearing an Islanders hat and basically said it was Shannon, if I'm understanding this message correctly. And then ended the stream and put it in private like a pussy. I was trying to combine those two words. Private, private like a pussy. So, yes, very interesting. I mean, My videos remain up. I mean, there was that one that was stricken or struck. Both terms are correct. You know, just like supposedly and supposedly, both terms are still correct. They mean different things, but they're still correct. But my videos remain up. You review them. Many others have as well. Many others probably listen back like shit and seethe, claim that they don't listen, but then reveal themselves in chat that we have the screenshots of that, yes, you certainly do watch, and you understand things like the poll that I put out the other day, or me addressing certain issues about you. So we know you watch. Like, might as well just drop the game. But, oh, here, hold on. We got more people in the chat here. Shout out to Travis TLC. He says, I spoke to G, Dave. The package of Tiger fentanyl is on its way. GG. Well, I mean, if Tony will make use of it and it'll stay off the streets, then I guess that's a good thing. Inspector Todd says, Dave, your thoughts on another rapper, Draco the Ruler, getting killed? He was on stage about to perform and got knifed in the neck. You know, I'm not into that sort of thing. You know, it's, yeah, let's not go into that. We all know that I'm not with the raps or the raps culture. And it is a culture because you can see that the same issues perpetuate in that community, and then you've got eternal victims who can never think that they can get themselves out of a hole that they dug for themselves. Let's just be honest. Inspector Todd says, Dave, could you have the president tied up on his stream and he would still keep the video up? Dave could have the president tied up on his stream and he could still keep the video up. Well, like I said, I don't strike channels, and I certainly don't take videos down. If, you know, I stand by what I say. It's always been the case. And, you know, people can make videos of me take things out of context. That's fine. That's fine. I'll still stand by that. But then I'll say, you do have to, you know, if you want this to go through proper, you've got to make sure that you check where the context comes from. Because if not, then you're going to look like a fool and you may be held legally responsible for slander and libel. So, you know, it's all available there for you to see on the channel. Open page, open book. And again, these are the cowards that are hiding their own videos, but I'm not. So, yeah, so I'm curious. I'm curious about what was on that video today with Tony, because it would be quite interesting to hear perhaps what he said, or even just read the chat, because Shid, super obsessed with me, Ken, and others, but he just can't get away from it, and it's hilarious to see this stuff. But I mean, imagine breaking somebody over the internet and they just can't let it go. It's somewhat similar to Tony. And I don't really think that Ken has said really... Look, there's things that he said that I don't agree with, but it's not like he, like Danny MT, you know, try to create a whole narrative, not a narrative, but a nice storytelling, I guess, of... how he would be on the outskirts, or how his ancestors would be on the outskirts of a concentration camp laughing at the inmates, and while the inmates, you know, relatives of Nicky Nines were reaching through the barbed wire, they would be laughing, drinking their beer and stuff. Okay? So, give me a second here. Let me just rewind. I kind of lost my train of thought. I think that Ken has said really... Look, there's things that he said that I don't agree with, but it's not like he... Like Dan, but a nice nines were reaching through the... Yeah, so it's basically, I'm just addressing the fact that, yeah, Ken has said things that I don't agree with, that, you know, sometimes weren't necessarily productive, but he's never gone the length that, say, Danny has. And Tony is, building this up to be a mountain out of a molehill. And he just can't let it go. It's hilarious. I'm done with drama. It's only, well, first he says he's done with drama. Then he says, okay, it's only on Saturday and Sundays. And now it's Monday, and this morning he's talking about things and obviously encouraging, well, he's encouraging tacitly, not openly, people in the chat to sort of side with him and agree with him and sort of talk the shit that shit and others do as well. But these are the same people that popped into Bullsy's chat earlier today and attempted to goad him into thinking that Scott and Tab were live. So pathetic they are. The only community that they have a belonging to, that they, are accepted, is the one that they want to destroy. It's always been that way. Whether it was with Drama Club, whether it was with He Who Shan't Be Named, Sean's View, now Tony. It's all the same group of people. It's obvious. And, there's also evidence behind that as well. But regardless, is that they just shift from one spot to another. Oh, Malky. They went to Malky's group. I mean, Simo was working, like he was pro-Malky and anti-Malky. Like, these people are so pathetic. They've got nothing going on in their lives. And like earlier today, there was people in Bullsy's chat that I had the personal pleasure of removing that, we're trying to make it look like, oh, you guys can't do anything other than cover, grown men, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, like, what, are we going to fire every reporter that's covering a politician that's over 40, 50? Really? See, this is the stuff that needs to be reminded to them. It's the salt to the wound that needs to be applied. That they are so deficient in their existence, plain and simple, whether it be intellectually, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They're deficient in all of those aspects. And, I mean, going through the wood chipper would be a good way of, alleviating the world of your burden. But, there's other ways. Cinder block therapy, for example. Well, there's many. There's really, I'm not going to go into that. If you want to know that, I'd suggest checking out a book called Actually, no, I'm not going to tell you that. I'll tell you privately. If you want to find out, I'll tell you. But let's just say that hitmen write books, and they kind of explain exactly how to do things. So, just to let you know. But greasy illegal, as always, trying to be greasy. And Bullsy was even talking today about going on vacation to New Jersey. And I think that's a great idea. And I know for a fact that, oh my God, I can just imagine SC Steve meeting Bullsy and immediately doing the same thing that he does with everyone else. Hey, man, hey, brother. Oh, I'm so cool with you. Yeah, man, like, let's go have a taco. Like, he'd seriously fear getting his head pounded in by Bullsy. And he can claim that he doesn't and so forth. Dude, again, I remind you, your obsession with your eyebrows proves your lack of masculinity. So, and there's nothing that you can say or do on Tony's show, which is the only place it's the last place you've been relegated to. I mean, this is hilarious. Like, why not call it Tony's closet or something, where it's like, that's where all the roaches sort of join together to commiserate. Because no one wants you around anywhere, except for Tony, who's just looking for attention and affirmation and such. And it's too funny. It's too funny. Your comments also show how triggered you are and how concerned you are, as you should be. But hey, you're the one who's been doing what you've been doing. And, the slander that you said against Ken, that is criminal, just to let you know. A little legal advice there. We've got Casey is Raw in the chat. Don't respond if you're driving. I don't want you to crash. Yes, Inspector Todd, Danny is supposedly in Russia right now. I spoke about that the other day. We got Out with cows in the chat. Travis says, did anyone else catch on Insomniac that Latino Heat thought that the clit is where the pee comes from out of a woman? That was a little weird, no offense. I didn't hear that, so I don't know. Also, Skype lines are open. I know that Ken should probably be back home. I'm sure he's got something to say. Yeah, just thought I'd do a random stream, discuss a few things that were happening today, and want to know a few things as well as to where Tony's stream went and what maybe was pertained therein. Let's see, getting a message here on the Skypes. Okay, so I'll put this up. I don't necessarily agree with it. You people in the chat can decide whether or not you do as well, or don't. But yeah, people send me random graphics and such, and I'm willing to put them up. Also, actually, I'll show this first, and then I'll talk about that. So there it is. Bull-Tard syndrome, contagious disease of genetic deformation, pocket-sized knowledge, self-repetition of words, constant contradictions, one that believes themselves to be important and or great. And you can see those that are listed there on the right. So I don't know how your week is looking to be, guys. Oh, there's Derailed in the chat. But mine is looking, well, it's looking somewhat busy, but, it's more like real life stuff rather than, well, I mean, going shopping is real life stuff, but no, I'm not going to be fighting no crowds this year or nothing like that. I do plan, though. I do plan to do a few streams this week, including on Christmas Day. I plan to do a stream, so if you want to just tune in, have it playing in the background or something. I'm hoping to, well, there's a few people that actually want to show up on camera on that show. And I'm not going to spoil anything in regards to that because they asked me not to. But I'm hoping to do that, have some people show up on camera, as well as have myself on camera. First time in a long time that Dave puts himself on stream on his own stream, because we've obviously seen me multiple times on other streams. But, I got the graphics necessary to put me in the image and all that crap, so... so December 25th, I'm aiming to have a stream that goes on, throughout the day, I guess. I might do something on the 24th as well. Still trying to figure out if I'm going to be playing videos, like old Christmas movies on my channel. I got to just check about the copyright and stuff. Some of them are in the public domain now, and those are my favorite ones, the old ones. The old cartoons and such. I think even Frosty the Snowman and such is public domain. But regardless, I'm thinking of doing something like that, or play some music. Maybe put a stream up that just has a fireplace burning graphic that just repeats. Come in once in a while, talk with people. But, basically, in my household, Christmas is canceled, so I'm gonna try to celebrate however I can. Travis says, I happen to be on break right now, but this week is going to be insane for me, and I don't even celebrate Christmas. Well, of course you don't. You're a commie. You worship Mao and Xi Jinping. Ping Pong Poo. Out with Cows says, anyone know a good site to watch Spider-Man on? It's going to get spoiled for me somewhere, and I can't go to the movies without the stupid jab. Yeah, I've been looking too, dude. I've been looking too. This thing is going to be in theaters for a while. Actually, we've got Travis on here. He's in China. This guy, I mean, they pirate everything. They pirate pirates. So yeah, I think Travis might be able to hook us up. So Travis, you get that info to me, and I can disseminate it amongst the people. I don't want you necessarily getting targeted by Hollywood here. I know that the CCP protectors of yours would ensure that they don't hit you, but I don't want them taking the stream down, the Hollywood types. So if you can share that privately with me, I can then disseminate this video amongst the masses and take a nice big chunk out of revenue. It's not that they even care. They're on track to make over $1.5 billion on this movie within the next 2-3 months. I don't care if they're Chinese sites, dude. As long as I can listen to English, I don't care if there's subtitles. I'm not going to be reading them. I don't want no Chinese dubs, though. That's the thing. But yeah, if you can get that to me, I don't give a fuck if if you can see people walking across the screen as they go to sit down. I've seen so many, I guess they called them screeners, I guess, back in the day. Because, I mean, yeah, back in the wild west of the internet, you could just go to websites and you could download some of these screener movies. No, sorry, they were cam movies. That's what they were, cam movies. And yeah, because somebody in a theater in China or Thailand or something just set up a camera on a tripod, literally recorded the entire video, and then just published it on the internet. But yeah, I'd be down to watch it. Apparently, Inspector Todd said there's only a cam version of Spider-Man right now. That's unfortunate, but I'm sure that something is going to pop up fairly soon because it's going to start. Like, obviously, it's now released worldwide, and somebody's going to pull something off. Travis says the Chinese sites are all in Chinese. That's their only downfall. Well, you can use translation stuff like, say, on Google, where you just translate the page. Yeah, it won't turn out that great, but at least you'll get some better understanding as to where you need to click. But yeah, I mean, hey, whatever you need to do to get the job done. Out with Cow says, I don't want to watch a horrible quality cam version, but I hope there are good ones out there. Not yet. Not yet. The movie literally was released in North America on Thursday night at midnight. So you've had like 3 days of this thing out. This is not, hey, what's up, Mrs. Foulmouth Ken? You're going to have to give it some time, dude. And you're probably going to hear spoilers before you get a chance to see this online, because you're going to have to wait at least a few days more. But still, I think this is being guarded well enough that you're not going to get a good quality rip for quite some time. And the movie's not going to be released on DVD or Blu-ray probably until, let's see here, it's December, well, it's almost January, so end of March, maybe, early April. So you're going to have to be waiting a long time. I've already read the spoilers, or most of them. Well, not most of them. I've read spoilers. I've listened to podcasts with spoilers. There's so much more in the movie that I don't know about. That's fine. I don't care. I don't mind spoilers personally. Especially when it comes to understanding the direction of a franchise. You know, we've got this is going to lead into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So if you watched WandaVision, you understand that Wanda basically, she cracked the universe. She opened up things. And, you know, with Doctor Strange, you know, actually being dumb enough to grant Peter that wish of being forgotten. And I'm not spoiling anything because that's in the trailer. you're fucking with the fucking entire universe. And in the trailer as well, he explains it that is now you got visitors. So this is going to lead to, Multiverse of Madness, which has the opportunity, and this is what many suspect, to bring in the Fantastic Four, to bring in the X-Men, and potentially other franchises that yet have to be brought into the fold of the Marvel Universe. So that's the good thing about it, is that you're going to be able to get, because of a multiverse, you have the ability to create even more stories and bring in characters that weren't available in the past, because, obviously there's been negotiations between Disney and Sony. So, we'll see what goes on there. Let's see what else. Tribunal King says, I still need to watch Ghostbusters. So do I. I have yet to see that. For me, I've got to be in a mood to watch a movie. It's just the way I am. Could be anything, really. But sometimes I just don't want to sit down and invest that time to just watch a movie. I'd rather read, to be quite honest. But, yeah, I just got to be in the mood. And, Ghostbusters, I know it's on my list of things to watch. I've got to watch the James Bond movie. No Time to Die, I believe it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. Travis, or should I say if I'm wrong? But yeah, and there's a few other stuff. There's that the Tiger King series. YR is like huge on this because he's very trashy and very white trashy. But it's the new one about it's a 3-parter. Each is an hour long, and it's another guy who was involved in the whole thing. I can't remember what it's called, but he says it's good, and he did say that the Tiger King 2 was good, and I actually enjoyed it because to me it went so much deeper than the first series. The first series was a fucking circus. It was a fucking freak show. Second one went into like true crime shit and like some really interesting things. And when the FBI is telling you on camera, we will not address that topic of this person being, the husband, Carol Baskin's husband. We will not discuss anything about this person being in Costa Rica. That tells you a lot. So it's huge in regards to the crime stuff. So yeah, that's that fascinated me about the second season, I guess, of Tiger King. So this new edition, and they've got so much footage that they can use, and these characters are really just that, characters. They're just crazy, It's just they've got so much to work with. Give me a second here. All right, so Casey says, is there a Canadian version of Santa Claus? Well, no, not really. I mean, not really. No, there's just Santa Claus, and it's the traditional looking Santa Claus. The Finnish, for example, the Swedish, even the Russians have their own version of Santa Claus. Father Frost, Father Winter, Sinterklaas. Just a lot of different ones out there, and I wish I had the graphic actually, because there's several out there. But no, we have the American Santa Claus, the one from Coca-Cola. Let's see what else. What else did he ask about Canadians? Oh, he says, hold on, let me just scroll up here because I missed it. What did he ask that somebody else is talking about? Oh, I got a question. Does Canadians believe in Christmas? He's probably just joking around. Just trying to fool people. Make them think he's dumb. But let's see here. I'm not going to mention any sites on the site on the stream out with cows. I don't want to take it down or nothing, but if you can get on Skype or some other way, Instagram, I guess. I don't know. Um, Even email. I can send you some links. But let's see here. What else we got? Oh, apparently Music Maniacs is going live. Or Music Memory. What? You can't even write your own fucking titles, Wire. Music Memories Maniacs? Ugh. Anywho, yeah, he says he's going live. He made that 15 minutes ago. I don't see the video. I'm not gonna go. I mean, I could go over him. It doesn't really matter too much. But I just again, this was a random stream. I didn't expect to really do anything of substance here, just to come online. Just forget my troubles. But as I spoke earlier, big weight got lifted off my back today, or my shoulders, I should say. Is that I've been working on a website with someone. I'm trying to, just code things properly, and it's been a hassle and stuff, and things in real life have delayed it, and deadlines and all this sort of shit. So that finally got resolved today, and I was able to solve it, so I'm fucking so happy. And tomorrow, it's just going to be more like cleanup and stuff, I guess, in regards to speaking, to the director, if you want to call him that, and just finalize a few things for the solution that I got. So that is something that it definitely makes me feel a lot better, because it's been weighing on me for quite some time. And yeah, I'll be busy with that probably, for the next couple of days or so. Doing coding and stuff, and getting this shit done. But hey, at least a nice little paycheck right before Christmas. So that should be good. And yeah, got my fingers crossed. So it's once, first of all, the issue was the coding was very tedious, and just trying to get it to configure properly was the challenge. And now I've got to duplicate that multiple times to apply to several different constraints, if you want to call them. So there's going to be a lot more coding, but now that it's functional and can be demonstrated as functional, now it's possible to finally get this all resolved. And yeah, it'll be several hours for me well, more than several hours, but it'll be quite some time to get it resolved. But if I really put my nose to the grindstone tomorrow or Wednesday, oh shit, and there's the other site that's connected to it. Well, yeah, I can, you know what? Yeah, I've done coding for 12 hours straight. It's not a problem. I could have this all ready to go and have myself a nice little Christmas bonus by the end of the week. So that hopefully will work. Fingers crossed. Please pray for me. But yeah, that hopefully we'll get that done. And however, I do want to do a stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is the winter solstice, and it is celebrated throughout the world because cultures, ancient cultures, well prior to Christianity, celebrated this time as a very important time. Winter is coming, and we've got to, prepare and be ready. So I'm thinking that tomorrow will be a solstice episode. Now, solstice starts at least Eastern Standard Time, 10:59 Eastern Time a.m. So I may do that. I don't know if that's going to work for my schedule, though. Streaming, first of all, I can't pull a Tony. Streaming at like 10:30 in the morning and all that. I can call in, but no, I'm just not in the mood to fucking be handling all the fucking shit for the stream. So I'll probably start in the afternoon. So it'll obviously be solstice by that point. But I do celebrate recognizing the changing of the seasons because they're ancient. These are sort of ingrained in us. It's a very traditional thing. Even if you're not religious and such, it is something that's been again celebrated by countless ancestors because they themselves recognized that sort of thing, and it gives good time to be grateful and so forth. And it is the holiday season, so I'm hoping to do that tomorrow, celebrate the solstice, have a nice long stream for people to come in, hang out, maybe talk about the history of the season, and all different sorts of things. And the 24th, do something on Christmas Eve, maybe show those movies and stuff, because that's what I like to do on Christmas Eve. Eat food, which there won't be any food this year, but eat food and watch these Christmas movies, and especially the old cartoons. Like It's a Wonderful Life, Scrooge, even Die Hard. Those are fun to watch too. But there's something about watching cartoons, the Christmas cartoons, that really feeds my nostalgia. So, that would be what I'd like to do on the 24th. And maybe if you guys have nothing to do, or some people have nothing to do on Christmas Eve, well, you want to join me, the more the merrier. And then, the 25th, do that stream with multiple people, get the cameras working, and review people with the Skype and all that. And that should be fun. At least I'd like to aim to make it fun for us. So that's basically it. Travis in the chat says, wait, so Dave was working. I thought Dave never works and just talks about grown men. Yeah, apparently that is the rumor. Sort of a freelancer at this point, contract work and so forth, but it's not like I'm not trying to keep myself busy, and it is a challenge with my father, for example. And I guess we're going to talk about this now then. Let me light up a smoke. I was going to talk about this yesterday, but I was really down about it. I didn't want to talk about it. But unlike these fucking faggots out there, I don't mind sharing about, my actual existence, because I don't just exist on YouTube. It's just a digital persona. But, so is it Sunday morning? Yes, today's Monday. Sunday morning, I woke up to the sounds of the kitchen faucet being open and what sounded like water sort of splashing around. So I get up, and Saturday I was up late as well, so I'm a little bit hazed out. But Sunday I wake up and I go to the kitchen and I find that my dad left the faucet open, and he pushed the faucet itself onto the counter, like you can swivel them. So it basically started to spill over onto the it spilt onto the counter and then basically flooded the kitchen. And that was a challenge to clean up and take care of. And after that, I thought I'd have everything taken care of. I thought I got Pop sort of, I don't know, relaxed, I guess, or figuring out, okay, well, this happened. You got to be careful. Please just help me out, try the stuff and be careful here, stepping there. And I thought everything was okay. You know, sort of put him to bed, sort of thing. Made sure he went, to his room, and he likes to basically sleep 12 hours a day. Well, he doesn't like to sleep. That's what's happened. And I thought, okay, everything's cool. I got to go out. I got to get a few groceries. Got to get some smokes, and then I'll be back. Okay. Thankfully, the roads weren't that bad. So I come back, and I find the house full of smoke. And it turns out that my father had left uh, like a dishcloth on the stove, and lit it on fire. And then I don't know how, but I guess he carried around with him, and like parts of the carpets were burnt. He burnt the tiling in the kitchen and some of the cupboards. Um, it was, I mean, this is my fear. This is my fear every day, is that if I leave, that this shit could happen, and I could come back literally to a house engulfed in flames. And yeah, it's a challenge to deal with this sort of situation, because even commenting on what happened, you get a strong emotional reaction, aggressive reaction that is a defensive, sort of thing, and sort of still recognizes, what they did, but doesn't want to acknowledge it, and thinks that it's fine and it's not a big deal. And yeah, it took a lot out of me yesterday, because there was so much cleanup to do. Um, just the house still stinks, and I tried to air it out as best as possible, but it's hard when you have, I guess it's 19 Fahrenheit temperatures, to keep the doors or the windows open to try to air the house out. Oh, and yeah, that flooding the kitchen also hit one of the installed carpets, and it's still I'm still using the shop vac to try to pull out as much as all the moisture from it as possible. So there's that. That carpet's ruined. Yeah, there's, like I said, I don't know how he did it, but he must have taken the flaming rag around with him as he opened the doors around the house, because there's like burnt stains on this carpet. So, oh, and even after that, he dropped the salt container. It's like glass. It's like one of these nice, how it's got the metal sort of ring, and then you can sort of seal it up shut with a nice seal. So he dropped that into the kitchen floor, and that shattered. It shattered the lid and a portion of the rim. And I heard that, so I came out running, and he's still cooking and stuff. He's oblivious to him even dropping it, and like literally from 6 meters away, calculate however you want, Americans. Actually, not 6 meters. Let's say about 3 to 4 meters. I could see there was glass in the floor. I'm like, Dad, watch out! There's glass on the floor. And he's like, oh, okay. So I'm trying to clean it up and stuff. I'm like, don't step over there, don't step over there. And I'm trying to clean it up. And then he ends up stepping there, and he starts to bleed. He's like, what's happening? And I'm like, Dad, you just stepped in the glass that I told you not to step in. Like, just stay here until I clean it up. And, then he started bleeding on the floor and stuff. So it wasn't that bad, thankfully. But, yeah, that happened then. Yeah, you know what? I'll end at that list, because it went on. It went on through the day. And it really, I mean, again, I don't give a fuck, I gotta put this. Look, Scott's done a lot to me, and a lot of to other people that are bad. He's done things that are bad to other people, I should say. but I'd never wish this onto him or anybody else. So I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to bring everyone's fucking Christmas season down. So, yeah, we'll leave it there. It was a very, very straining, stressful day yesterday. I'm sure Shit feels really nice about that because he's a stand-up human being. But yeah, you could even hear it in my voice, and that's why, I do enjoy streaming and stuff because it is a nice distraction. To me, it's even more enjoyable than video games, and that's what I've always liked video games for. A nice quick release, just fucking have some fun, blast some shit, race some shit, jump some shit, and then, you can disconnect, not fucking spending 8 hours on a fucking console. That's what you do with an MMO on a computer. But, yeah, so let's just cast that off. I told you guys I was going to tell you about it, and I really, again, I don't care about sharing this sort of thing. I wouldn't have shared it if, Scott had ever, never talked about it, but hey, here we are. So I own it. Casey says that he saw the Spider-Man movie. He gives it a 9 out of 10. Travis says, wait, so Dave working... Oh, no, we read that one. Charlie Brown Christmas is one of Tribunal King's favorites. That's not bad, but I was never a big Peanuts fan, to be quite honest. Bo Dark says, what type of smokes you do, Dave? I'm a more cigar person. Yeah, I smoke budget cheap shits, Pall Mall Bold. So... I've always liked the more bold tobacco flavor. I don't like Belmonts or anything, with the white filter, which they call them more elastic, which is apparently how the nicotine works. Whatever, I don't care. I know it's bad. However, if I could get good quality fresh tobacco, I would smoke that. And I don't trust the native, the native, because there's several, native... what are they called? They're not compounds, but you know what I'm talking about. Reserves, there we go. They don't have good stuff. I've tried good stuff, fresh tobacco, and it's incredible. And you don't even have to smoke it with the fucking filter. Like, you just roll it up into regular rolling papers, and it's delicious. But yeah, so, that's the garbage that I smoke, and I'm aiming to maybe... quit on December 25th. Try to use that date as a staple to force me to, be good. But yeah, I do like cigars from time to time, and it's been quite some time since I smoked one. They're more for me just. It's maybe a celebration, or it's more like a recognition of an event or something. It's not something that I'm going to be going out constantly to get, but cigarillos I like a lot. The very big ones, I don't know. They've got good flavor and all, but I can't smoke one in an entire sitting. And I don't know. I don't really like to relight them, but whatever. So that's that. Let's see, in the chat here, Travis says dementia or Alzheimer's is some of the worst, difficult, and worst diseases to ever deal with. Yes. Derailed says, I wouldn't have had the patience. 3 to 4 meters equals 10 feet approximately. Yeah, I mean, I wear glasses, but I've got very good eyes, at least when, I've got lenses that work. And even still, without the lenses, I can still see fairly okay. Well, that's the funny thing, though. Each eye sees differently. So one eye is, long distance, one eye short distance. So with one eye, I can read easily without glasses. With the other eye, I can shoot a bow and arrow and hit a target. So one of the eyes has astigmatism. The other one's lazy. So, I got the best of both worlds, right? Or the worst? I don't know yet. Let's continue. So back to the chat. JR for the third says, hey, Dave, I have an uncle with a rare blood disease that's caused dementia. He wakes up every day ready to do a paper route. He's 58. He was an ER MD. Very sad. Yeah, that is unfortunate. He also says he has no idea what year it is, no idea about anything. It's 1970s, wherever his reality is. Yeah, I find that with my father as well often. He doesn't know, what day it is. Um, he's been using a computer for the last 30 years, and sometimes he forgets how to use it. Um, yeah, it's not something I'd wish on anybody, including the ones that have done me wrong or done me harm in this community. I wouldn't even do that to them. Even the 2021 recipient or honorary recipient of Cinderblock Therapy, S.E. Steve, I'd still not wish that on him. Let's see what else. Derailed says, Hell hath no fury like a drama emperor without his nicotine. Well, we'll see. We will see, won't we? But, I'm aiming to try again. And I've tried to quit multiple times. I succeeded once, so that's, at least I can claim that. But, yeah, I'm going to try again. Let's see. So, yeah, Skype line's open. Anyone wants to call in, let's talk. Anyone got any clips that they want me to play, send them my way. You can send them my way. Just send the clips all day. So, apparently YR is going live in 10 minutes. So, I guess, we've had a good show. I'll end in 10 minutes. Bullfrog apparently was supposed to go live at 6:20. So, what else? No, Bullsey, the Drama Emperor is not returning. Somebody wants to become the second Drama Emperor. I look forward to it. I shall ever, forever remain your first Drama Emperor, but the current Drama Emperor seat and throne is empty, and someone's got to claim it. It's there. The crown's there waiting. So if someone can do the job right, because, somebody could try to claim that crown, but then there might be people that will fight them for it or say, no, you don't deserve that honor. And, a huge drama war will ensue. I'm going to just sit back and watch. That's all. But you never know. I mean, never say never. Never say never. I mean, sometimes if the kingdom does need its emperor, perhaps I will ride again. But I think we've come to that conclusion, and that it's time to move on. At least for me, I'm enjoying my my Too Many Chefs streams, my Kerbal streams. I am planning to eventually get the Darkest Realms thing going. I know that I've promised you guys for quite some time, but it is something I do want to do. I still want to talk about, conspiracy stuff. Why are you there?
Hello!
Okay, so Skype is working, strangely. Doesn't look like it's working right now, but it is working. Okay.
So real quick, good job with Bullsey today. Bullsey, good job. We're getting his channel out there, and, Minnesota put out the link too, and I saw that. It's like, oh shit, he was firing some people up today. Mainly Tony and SC, but I heard from the minnows that Tony did go live this morning. He got all pissed off. He was lagging, and he quit the stream, but he talked heavy shit today. I didn't hear none of it, but apparently he did that. So at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to a good music show tonight.
What are you covering?
Well, what concerts we've been to.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. You guys are going to be talking for a while. You got Arcnoli on there, who's been to many.
Oh, yeah.
You got Earl, and then you got you, man.
And Keith.
Definitely
Keith's
not taking calls, because...
Yeah.
So, hold on. Keith
has
been to a lot of concerts?
Oh, yeah. Like your 2000s bands, like your newer rock bands, but yeah.
That's cool. Surprising.
No.
Did he jacket there, too?
What?
Did he jacket there, too?
Come on. You wear a jacket?
Yeah, like what you wear, a jacket, right?
Yeah. No, but let's see, today is Monday. So yeah, and then Bullfrog, I guess, is going live. But did you see that show last night on Bullfrog's channel.
I was there for a little bit.
I mean,
Then
we
I
all
went.
had a
Then
good
I
time
tuned
and
into.
stuff.
Then I tuned into Drew. That's my
Oh, yeah.
Sunday regimen these days. Since
Well, we had
Ken wants
fun,
to
and
deny us no hard feelings, but
Blonin came in.
did he? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, Blonin came in. He is Bullsy's new pit bull, and he was he was on some type of.
Well, that was unexpected. After
That was funny, right? He was drunk, wasn't he?
I guess, but when you first of all, I know he was talking shit about me being in stocks and claiming I
Yeah.
get my mother, and then once I start calling him out, it's like, Bullsy, you're really respected. You're a big influence.
That's a good impression, actually. Yeah, and that other impression you did where you lowered your voice to the point where it was like a baritone, I was like, holy shit, is this somebody new on the call? It's like, no shit, that's Bullsy still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can automatically sound like a man if I really want to, but
Well, you do already. You know, you've got a low voice, not like Tony. But then you just lowered your voice to the point, it's like, how's this even possible?
well, I don't know. Maybe I'm a narcissist in my own way,
It's the
but
Viking blood.
yeah. Maybe I'm a narcissist in my own way. Narcissists tend to have a personality disorder, but
That has nothing to do with the ability to lower your voice. That's a physical trait from your trachea. So, no.
It's true. Got talent.
well, maybe I'm an idiot when it comes to that. But well, about the stream thing, it was mainly supposed to be about SC because he just said some things like, okay, this guy is just a complete whore, and no, is it? But when I was covering it, Tony was just outdoing him to a point like, oh my god, why do people shit on you so much?
Well, you do know that he always doubles down. It's like, no, you can't be a worse scumbag than me. I'll prove it to you that I'm a worse scumbag than you. That's basically what he's doing.
Dude, are you legitimately trying to get more reviewed? Like, no, I'm better than you.
Yes, he is.
Like, okay.
Actually, yes, he is.
Yes.
Because it only gives him more content. If he wasn't addressed, he had no excuses for it. And, you know, even if Ken were to stop speaking about him, I made fun of this the other day. He'd stop talking about him for 2 weeks, and Tony would continue to talk about him. So it's clear that Tony has made a commitment that he's not, you know, going to stop talking about the drama.
Yeah, I don't talk about drama, dude. But let's review this. Yeah, good contradiction there, dude. That's what I put in the Boltard syndrome. Literal contradictions constantly. Sometimes I wonder, it may be of three things. One, he smokes too much pot and just literally forgets and doesn't understand anything. Two, he does know, but he just...
Pot. The fuck says pot? Come on, Bulls.
I don't care. He's a pothead.
No, you're right, though. He is. Too much.
Two, he contradicts himself. He's aware of it, but doesn't care because
Yeah.
he likes drama. Or three, whether it's pot or all those things, ultimately,
The weeds.
he just likes the attention. It really doesn't matter for him. All
That is
he has
true.
to do is put up a stream and talk shit about somebody, and then he'll double down.
Triple down. Quadruple down.
I don't know how else to put it. It's either
After the facts.
it's both of the things, but either way,
Ruining this
so
community.
the situation is not justification.
Well, let me go get ready for my show, Dave. I was
All right.
dropped in real quick. And
Yeah.
NHF tonight, I believe. NHF's tonight. I believe that's confirmed. So look forward to that. It's a 50th anniversary episode. It's the 50th episode, I mean. 50th episode.
Yeah, it should
Which
be
is
good.
big.
And, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know that last I checked, they had a lot to talk about, so...
All right, brothers. Thank you, Woolsey, and thank you, Dave Rose. Talk
All
to you
right.
later.
Maybe I'll
Right.
call into your show later just to talk.
Yes.
Talk about what concerts I've gone to, but
Please. Yes.
no,
Thank you.
because you guys, this is probably going to end up being a long episode because you guys have been to so many. It's just like you might have to stop after Earl because then you're going to have to do a new episode. Like, I mean, you guys have been to a lot, so you know, again, I'm not going to intrude on a show. If people want my opinion, I'll share it. But unlike all these faggots out there, they're like, Dave Rose wants to bulldoze, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I'll stay back and I'll watch the show and enjoy it because that's fun too.
Well, wire left, and I guess I'll take my leave too, since.
All right.
I-
Well, I appreciate your call and your input. And if we
Yeah.
don't speak, earlier, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You too.
All right, thank you. And there goes Bullseye, who was live earlier. Be sure to check out his video. So we're going to wrap it up here. I do appreciate all those who have chosen to spend their time with us here today. And a little video, a little 1 hour, 10-minute video, a little something for you guys. Hopefully, again, everything comes together as I was explaining earlier, and we can do a nice solstice episode, Christmas Eve episode, and a Christmas Day episode. So that is my intention. On that note, I'm sure I'll see you around on perhaps some other show. There is no Friday Night Fire this week, and I'm not sure if there's a Dirty Rotten podcast. But I'll be around, and I'm sure we'll see ourselves soon. On that note, I am Devious Dave Rose, and we'll see you next time.